He's Ash.
He's David. And this is the Artful Pose.
Let's try it again.
Hi, boys and girls. Look, it's me before I got old and fat, when pretty girls wanted to marry me. And if you think this is going to be a video about relationships, you're at the wrong channel. Because we're going to talk about customizing. Yay! We're going to talk about some modifications. Woohoo! It's going to be fun. Hi, everybody. It's Dave here. Don't mind Shumagorath. He likes to keep an eye on everything. What I thought we would talk about today is something that is an experience you might have if you're new to collecting like me. You have a figure, and he's just not quite the way you want him to be. And you want to know what to do about it. And I have Ash as a resource. But even then, it's limited. And you can go on YouTube, and there's some great people on YouTube who do phenomenal things. And I'm going to put some of their links in the description below. But I'm just going to show you 3 things that I did. One came out fantastic. The other came out pretty stinking good. The other one I was disappointed with. And we'll talk about the mistakes I've made, and hopefully you won't make the same ones as we talk about modifications. So where to begin? Well, let's start, for instance, with this Ben Grimm. This Ben Grimm, he has a different head on him. This isn't the head that came with this figure. This is the head that came with that figure. And that figure was orange. No highlights whatsoever. And so I wanted to make my Ben Grimm, because we've talked about it before. You don't have to make fun of me. But these are the trunks that Ben was wearing, and this is what I wanted him to have on. Oops. But at the time, this Walgreens figure was ridiculous how much he cost, and I wasn't going to spend the money on it. This one had just come out. As a matter of fact, it's one of the first figures I ever got. And I loved him, but every time I picked him up, he was orange. And I wanted him to be like this, not like this. So I decided I was going to try and do something about it. But before we get to this story, let's talk about an early success. And that's this one. Now, I'm going to put some pictures up so you can see how this guy came out. He did not have the brown lines on him. And my goal with Spider-Man is just to have like a Sinister Six. Because I'm not a big, huge Spider-Man collector. I never read his comics. I read Marvel 2 and Marvel Team Up, which I really liked him in. And I like him when he guest stars in other people's books, but whatever. So I've got this guy. What do I do to make him look? He looks pretty cool. And I did this. All it took was buying some pens. These pens came in a set. There'll be a link below. They're mostly brown. I bought way too many. I didn't need all them. I don't want you to make the same mistake. I only needed this one. But it's trial and error. So what did I do? Simple modification. Take these beautiful pens and you just take your time. Yes, it's time consuming. It's a lot of cross-hatching. But it's not hard. Anybody can do it. And you can and you take your time and you do a little bit at a time. And then you look at it and you go, wow, look, all it cost me was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pens I'm never going to use. And the one I really needed. And I'll put links below for these pens. They're not super expensive. And this is what I was able to do. It was one of the very first things I did. So there you go. There's a successful modification. Really easy to do. Shocker, wasn't detailed. Bought a pen, super, super fine point. I don't know if you can see it. But, and it took some time. But it was satisfying, and I did it. And he came out great. I was very happy with it. So then what happened next? Well, that brings us back to Ben. Now I'm starting to feel myself. Woo! Man, I just did that. I can call Ash and say, Ash, how do I make this? Imagine he's all orange. This orange Ben Grimm look like this great Ben Grimm. And Ash says, well, you get a wash and you do a wash on him. You rub it on and you rub it off and you rub it on and you rub it off. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to put paint on my figure. This is a little bit different than just pen and ink inside those lines. So you Google on YouTube, you find a bunch of these people who are so talented. And you see them do all this stuff with paint. And you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't want to ruin it. I'm scared. Help me. So I went and got a wash. Not Ash's fault. I'm not blaming him. But I should have got a brown wash. I got a black wash instead. And I took this black wash, cotton balls, dabbed it on them, did them, wiped it off, did it, wiped it off. Wasn't really happy with them because I don't like the way it went with the this orange. He was like two colors of orange. They put a little bit of orange here. You know, and on top of his head, he's got some. And you see it on his shoulders a little bit right here. You see it too. And so I did them, and it was okay. But it wasn't this Walgreens guy. But after some time, and this is another thing to remember. These people sometimes on, the YouTubes, and I understand everybody's going to make a living. But sometimes the prices that they charge for stuff is ridiculous. So if you wait long enough and you're patient, you'll find that they come around. And this Walgreens Ben Grimm I got for just a little under double his price, which is okay. Somebody bought it. They made double the price. I feel as though that's reasonable because I wanted it. So it doesn't matter, when it comes to prices. It depends on how badly you want it. No, I really wanted it. So I got it, and now I have him, and he's brown. And I have a job in the future that I'm going to do. Because if you notice, this is the black wash on the second head that came with him. So, as you can see, it doesn't look that bad. And I actually prefer this head and that other head to the ones that came with him. That was the only downside to this this bin. I didn't like the heads that came with them. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, so just for comparison's sake, this is the head that came with my Ben Grimm. And I did the black wash. I think the black wash is evident on that. Now this is the Ben Grimm head that came with the Walgreens. And here's the other. Can we get that in focus? That one's not too bad. All in all, they're not too bad, but, there's nothing to write home about. This head, I think, is much better. But now, can you see the difference between my wash, which is this one, and the way this guy came? It looks pretty similar, but not quite good enough. So if I had used a brown wash, it would have been a lot softer. And I think that the softness of this one doesn't come across, on this camera. But anyway, the point is, a brown wash, and he may have come out, where's my head? Oh, help me. Sorry, Ben. So, wow, I never did this before. But there's the Walgreens head on him. This wasn't that bad of a job after all. It looks kind of, but still though, you get my drift. It's not perfect. It's not what I wanted. I don't like this. But maybe if I had done it in brown, it would have, worked better. But guess what? This stuff is water-based. and it can come off. Now, it's going to be arduous, but I'm going to do it, and we'll probably have another video about it. But all I'm saying is, you can't break them. Well, you can, but with the paint, it's water-based, and you can do it. And not everyone is going to come out the first time and you're going to go, oh my God, that's perfect. But it's doable. And so I wanted you to see one that I was really happy with, one that I was not quite happy with, but actually I'm a little bit happier about it now. And then we'll go on to show how even a doofus like myself, Yancey Street bum, can get lucky once in a while and not only marry a pretty girl, but do an awesome custom. This is something I'm very, very proud of. And I'm going to pause the camera for a second. I'm going to finish my cocktail. Please do not drink if you're underage. And please do not drink when you're working with chemicals. And we'll talk about this fix and how happy I am how it came out. So just as a quick recap, for the shocker, I used a Micron 05. You see 05 is right there on the top of it as well. The color brown, you can see when you order them. I'll put links below. But this is archival ink is what they call it. And I really like this pen. It was great. I got a bunch of other ones because I couldn't buy just the one. So I went back and forth. But that's all it was for this custom. All you need to do is buy a pen and have some patience. So that's what we did for him. We got a little bit more involved when we did our Ben Grimm. We have him back there. And our efforts to make him look like the Walgreens guy. We wanted him to look like this. He ended up looking like this. I forgot to mention, I did go through thinking about repainting this and just living with the heavy orange, but it was too much of a deal. Just trying to make this black and match the blue. I tried, but I wasn't happy with it. And so then I ended up going with this. This is Liquitex Professional Acrylic Mediums. And this is black. And this is what I used on Ben. It wasn't very expensive. I'll put links and prices below. And when I got done, by the way, with Shocker, I sprayed him with this stuff, premium top coat. I think I got hip to this from Robo, because Robo does some fantastic stuff. And Can I Do It? I'm going to put links. I've talked about him before. That guy is an artist. It's unbelievable what he does. But don't let that kind of stuff put you off to it. I know I'm kind of a little scattershot all over the place, but I just want to encourage you to have fun. Do some fun stuff. And this is fun. And believe me, if a moron like me can do it, anybody can do it. So not much involved in the way of money-wise for that. So that's those guys. But now something I'm really, really proud of is, the Doctor. Let's talk about the Doctor. Now, the Doctor, I was desperate for, especially for my Spider-Man collection. He had come out before. Then they did him in a 2-pack, and I still wasn't too hip on how to, buy everything quickly and so on and so forth, what you needed to do. And again, I waited until the 2-pack came at a reasonable price, which eventually happened. And I bought him. But he came with these lame, unbendy things. And that's a whole other story. We won't even go there. But I just pulled these out. Right there. Pulled them out. Okay. Cut the tips off. You can see the tip there. Boop, with a X-Acto. Then I bought these. These are USB computer lights. Hold on a second. I got one that I purchased that I didn't like. Hold on. So it's something like this. I bought this one. I didn't like it. Not very expensive at all. But you can see that's wasn't quite long enough and thin enough. I didn't like it. So I bought a different one. And it happened to be these, which ended up being even less expensive. So what did I do? So I clipped those crappy plastic tentacles off. I don't need those. I cut the tips off. And then I clipped the light off of this and the USB off the other end. And then I had to Dremel the hole in the back here so that this would fit snug. And I Dremeled it so it fit. I have the Dremel here that I use, and I'm going to link this below as well. I got this from Michael's. This thing has so many attachments. Oh, little sandpaper things. Oh, these little tools. It's fantastic. It's the most amazing thing. It cost pennies, under 25 bucks. That's the Dremel I used. Really great if you can pick it up at Michael's. Again, links below. All right, so what did I do? Okay, so I cut the things off. I cut the tips off. I glued the tips on with something that most everybody uses. Hold on a second. Here we go. This stuff. Loctite. But you know, it comes in such small amounts. This is a weird thing. It's a very crazy kind of thing. It's, you can't get it. What is that? 0.14 fluid ounces. What? I spill more than that when I'm making something. That's crap. Then I found this. I think it came from Canada. And it's the same thing. And it's so much better. And it comes with multiple tips. And then you have these tips that you can screw on, that you can glue stuff, very, very fine stuff. And it works great. It's easy to work with, and a lot better than that stupid Loctite, which you only get like a spit in each thing. So anyway, enough griping about that. So I glued them on here. I Dremeled a hole here. And then I used an epoxy JB Weld on this. And we stuck them in and we let them dry. And I love this. If you take the time, you can pose him. He can stand on these feet. So I just wanted to take a quick little hit here. I know it's kind of discombobulated, but hey, that's me. I'm discombobulated, and I'm using my age as an excuse for not being organized. But you should see how this place looks. I've destroyed it by digging out everything so you could see it. And I know that Shu McGorth is sitting in judgment of me. I know you're watching me. I don't care. So anyway. There you have it. You can do some kit bashing, and don't be afraid, but you can do it. And once you do it, and you have a modicum of success, initially, like I had with Shocker, it was just pen and ink. I was like, "Ooh, I'm ready to do something else." And then I had the Ben Grimm Dream, which didn't turn out too good the first time, but I ended up being happy with it. And we're gonna wipe him down, get that black wash off of him, and then we're going to do him in brown and see how he comes out. And we got Doc Ock, which was like epic and easy, so easy to do. And I hope that this builds a little confidence in you if you are new to collecting like me, and you're not quite happy with something and you want to tweak it a little bit so you like it more. Have fun and do it. And don't worry about it, because, it's only money. If you're running, you just have to explain to your significant other that you need $30 to buy a figure again because you melted them or something. But you can do it. It's fun. Don't you love this? I love this Doc Ock. He turned out great. So there you go. That's my little thing for today. A little bit of modifications and how you can do them. I took off his glasses because I like the face so much, and that's a story for another day. So anyway, I hope I didn't ramble on too much, but if I did, I'm sorry. Again, let us know. Talk, comment, subscribe, share. Tell me I'm a moron. We'd love to hear what you have to say. And until the next time I ramble on and on, let all your modifications be artful. do you think of that? Huh? Fit that logo there thing and at the end, pretty good. Okay, there you go. Whew. Bye. Loctite, bad. Gamp lead super glue, good. Why am I talking like the Hulk? That was yesterday. Just in case you thought I was lying when I said I destroyed the place looking for stuff. Oh my God. Okay, it's a disaster. And I gotta clean up because Ash is coming over later to do a video. Oh my God. I'm a slob. I found as I was destroying everything. Bruce's glasses. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I thought I had lost them forever, and look, I found them. See? This is why it's good sometimes to destroy things, because then you find them. This has nothing to do with drinking. Let me put these on him now. Doc Bruce Banner, belted by gamma rays, turns into the Hulk. How do you like my glasses? I'm so happy I found them. Don't drink and pose. Hey, boys and girls, David here. Thanks so much for watching our latest video. We really appreciate it. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see us cover something, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And tell us how you think we're doing, where we can improve. Because if we don't improve, then we end up like this Sentinel here, and it looks like he's got a headache, and somebody beat him up. And nobody wants to get beaten up. So let's make sure that Ash and I don't get beaten up. So, hey, thanks again. Let us know what you think. See you next time.